Let's go. Hello. We're live.
Hey!
Hey, it's episode 9 of the Absolute Bellend Show.
Is it?
Is it? It might be
9.
8.
Episode 9.
9.
Phone, what have you got to say for yourself, episode 9?
You're sitting like the Hunchback of Notre Dame there. Are you okay, mate? I should have gone to the toilet before we started. It's coming out now.
Those Domino's fucking Frank's fucking hot wings, I swear to God, they're passing through right now.
Course,
It's a hot season down there. Let's just put it like that. But
you look like a cowboy taking a poop after he's had a load of beans.
why is he got to be a cowboy?
Well, you've got the cowboy outfit on.
It's a check shirt, you know.
You know, I try.
You haven't got the build for a lumberjack, so you're a cowboy instead. Sorry. We lasted not even 2 minutes before we started saying something about
the clone. Something I noticed. You've done up your top button.
What is wrong with this fucking shirt? This is super dry.
You did do the top button up before you were all chest.
You want? There you go.
I want some of that.
All we could see is one of the things stuck on there.
2 to 3 points out of 10 immediately straight up there. Boom.
Is that doing it for you, Carve?
You look like somebody I'd go to someone like Prezzo with, you know, the chain Prezzo, the Italian restaurant.
Oh right.
Yeah. When I next shirt.
Voice has gone really.
Everyone's turned into a robot.
Oh yeah,
everyone's gone into a robot. Oh, it's scuffed. This is the issue we're having.
To a robot for me.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
I think
the
we're
video's
back.
still good though.
Oh, there we go.
So
I look like I've got to serve you Italian food. That's what you're saying.
No, not serve. We'd have a meal together.
Oh,
and I'd sit opposite you, and you'd be open shirt. And I'd be like, would you like the red or the white wine there?
Fuck's sake, dickhead. I'm looking at myself now and you're making me feel like I'm wearing one of those shirts you wear on a first date when you're 15.
It is. It is.
I mean, it is, you know, my first shirt. What? So can I just ask, Clone, what back to school sale did you get that shirt from?
I'm going to fucking send you the worst stuff I can find on the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say, obviously, with this podcast, A, it's coronavirus, but B, with the internet the way it is, there's going to be some weird fluctuations in quality and whatnot. You may hear us go robotic. You may hear us or see us go a little bit weird. That'll be
it. It's flicker.
Little disclaimer I thought I'd add at the beginning of the show. But to be honest, I'm looking at the feed right now, and I think I look pretty good. I don't know about
you look good. I think
I look pretty good.
I mean, we all know I'm the face, but you do occasionally sound like a robot. It's coming in and out.
Yes. Yeah.
What's wrong, Clone? Do you disagree with that? With your schoolboy shirt on?
What would the...
You know what? Actually,
schoolboy shirt.
Your shirt matches your headphones, which matches your mask. I think that actually looks pretty good.
Thank you. I'm color coordinated. Yeah.
So here's a question for you, mate. What are you going to do, obviously, with this lockdown? How are you going to keep up to date with the old haircuts?
With my haircuts?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, your haircuts.
I cut my own hair.
I mean,
that shows, but how are you going to get the equipment?
Oh, equipment for what? Cutting my hair?
Yeah. The equipment. The accoutrement.
I don't use disposable trimmers.
I mean, it looks like you do.
I thought you were like, just so rich and fanciful. It's like everything's disposable. Yeah. Like, my disposable mattress, my disposable pillows, my disposable
barber.
My disposable barber. Yeah. I just buy a new barber every time I need a haircut, good sir.
That's it. You just got to pull the tag out, then you run for about 30 minutes, and that's it, they're done.
Oh, my days.
What are you going to do, Carve? Are you going to cut your own hair?
No. I've actually combed it a little bit differently today. Look at this, combed it a little bit differently. Trying a new thing. So I've been watching the Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, the money guy from the House of Commons TV show.
And you wanna style yourself after him.
I saw the haircut, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I could do it a bit more. So I'd give it a bit of a go. So we've got a bit more of an haircut going on,
So your style is the politician at the moment.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's
You're missing a little mustache. I'm just going to say.
Mustache action. I think it looks very fashionable. Thank you very much. Okay. There's not much else I can do with all this up here, you know. Jesus Christ, what do you?
Oh, can we put that on
like
post?
A pro dying, mate. Are you all right? Oh, yeah. What are you?
It's nothing. It's the haircut, mate.
It's the haircut. Do you think
that's really good?
So I thought I'd change it up a bit, but I might, I'm not going to be able to cut it. I can't go to the hairdresser. There's a shut. And I left it. I was like, you know what? Might get a haircut soon. I'll leave it, grow it out a bit.
Yeah, I was thinking I needed a haircut soon, but it doesn't matter, does it? What? It's not.
Nah, I mean, it's all.
You know what? I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Right, for this to last longer than 3 weeks. And all these girls and everything, they go out and get their hair done every weekend. They go get their roots done and everything like that. They're all going to be walking around like Captain fucking Caveman.
It's the way it is.
It's a difficult situation, but if we all come out looking,
we're fucking home whining.
What do you mean? Some of us need to get our bikini wax done.
Unbelievable.
There's people dying, and it's like, oh, it's so difficult seeing it.
It's so difficult. My pubes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Something I saw, I didn't understand what was going on. If any of you guys could explain this to me, could you guys explain this to me? I saw a very short video of, I believe it was Madonna in a bathtub, half naked. Well, naked.
Oh no, poor old Madonna's lost the plot, mate.
She was
in a bathtub full of milk with roses.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I've seen that.
She was talking about something to do with the virus can attack everyone, and I didn't really understand what the metaphor, the message, any of it really was. I was really a bit just confused in general. Can you guys explain any of that at all?
Here's the message.
So,
what was it about? I didn't have any headphones on. Well, no,
you didn't have any headphones on. So basically, so what she said. This I'm going to paraphrase here. She goes, "Ooh, my name is Madonna. I sang songs like a virgin.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in a bathtub full of fermented milk.
Fermented milk.
Yeah.
She actually says this.
I'm going to survive this apocalypse because after I get a bath in this milk, I'm going to drink it all. And it's good for you. If you were rich like me, you would drink this dirty bathwater too."
Are you reading the script right now?
Sorry, is she going to drink her own? She's not going to drink her own bath water. What do you?
No, she's going to drink her own bath milk.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Fermented bath milk.
Fermented? No.
Isn't that just fucking cottage cheese?
Yeah. Oh, it's very cheesy, that bath milk. Especially after Madonna's had a long one in it.
Had her fucking kebab lips in there.
Day 2 of lockdown.
Day 2 of lockdown.
Talk about Madonna's kebab.
So, what she was actually saying is along the lines of this virus, like it attacks all of humanity. It doesn't know any like rhyme or reason. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. It doesn't matter if you're poor or rich or things like all this stuff is what she was talking about.
Why was she doing it in a bathtub full of milk and petals?
Well, because obviously she's a bit fucking west at the moment. I don't know. Maybe she just likes doing that, and she thought, well, this is a way. There's been loads of these videos. The internet has been inundated by celebrities just telling us how life is going to be fine and stuff like this.
when I get celebrities, I'm sorry. When a celebrity's gonna fucking realize no one gives a shit what you think, and you know what you have to say or anything is just as good as the next person's fucking opinion.
To be fair, if Jason Statham gave me something, if he gave me an opinion and you gave me an opinion, I trust Jason Statham more.
I trust Jason.
He punched the shark in the face, whatever. But you know that's not the case.
You know,
The fact is, though, it's just like so many people, right? I mean, like going back to like the whole presidential thing when Trump was going for president and shit like that. So many people were like going, "I'm not voting for Trump." Why? Robert De Niro told me not to. It's like, what the fuck you listen to Robert De Niro? He was in that one movie that was really good.
Bob. Oh, Bob.
You know? Oh my god,
dear.
I feel like it's really bad when it lets people affect them to that level.
It's I don't know.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, like, was it they did that whole fucking Twitter thing recently of oh, everyone get together and sing Bohemian Rhapsody, and oh god, right?
Gal Gadot did Imagine by the Beatles.
Imagine, that's it. Imagine. Right, that's it. Sorry, I got it around the wrong way because there's another one of it. But yeah, the Imagine All the People. Now, I didn't know half the fucking people in that video. And
it's just I don't know, maybe it's a way that they just want to be like, don't forget about us, we're celebrities, because the news isn't going to be talking about them for the next 5 months because everything's going on. So it's like, oh, we need to do something.
Imagine all the headlines.
Did you see? Yeah. Did you see? What's his name? Hugo Boss, formerly known as Joe Lycett, did a version of the song "Imagine All the Knobheads." And he got all.
Oh yeah.
He got. I thought that was really good. It was like he just got all like these English celebrities to be like, "Imagine all the knobheads."
I saw the Bastards one. That was a good one.
Oh, maybe it was the Bastards. Imagine all the Bastards.
That it? Oh,
yeah, maybe that's the one.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But it's just like what? I mean, like the original version though. What is that gonna do? What is that gonna wipe out a percentage of coronavirus?
What? I mean,
Spreads awareness
that it exists. Yeah.
we need someone to sing us a John Lennon song to let us know.
Otherwise, I wouldn't know it's existing right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank God for that collaborative tweet.
I go outside again.
Imagine all the people.
Just imagine all the people.
Oh my god.
All the peoples.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's all been a bit lockdown. What's changed for everyone in lockdown currently? We're under lockdown in the UK. What are you guys doing differently that you wouldn't normally do with lockdown?
I've been trying to fucking fat more.
Yeah, just to offset everything else, you know. But
it's got to a point now where nothing's coming out.
Yeah.
And
I can just see CarvemUp's face is like, this is not the answer I was going for, trying to lead this question. I'm trying to be sensitive.
I could schmooze with, but no, we'll just talk it. We're straight back to the cock. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Straight back to the end of the bell.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna talk about, man? We're all stuck inside.
Yes, nothing. I'll be honest.
Your penis.
Nothing that much has changed for me at the moment. Like personally, as in, I still get up and never leave the house like normal. Yeah. I guess I just don't have that choice to leave the house like I
everyone's been telling me that obviously they never used to leave the house, but now that they can't, it feels like they really want to for some reason, you know?
I don't.
It's a weird
it has been really, it's
because you don't have that freedom.
Unfortunate things of, as soon as the lockdown comes into effect, the weather is suddenly fucking gorgeous. It's like the first week of just like, it's been super sunny and warm outside.
Have you noticed that though? Like anywhere that's had a lockdown, like their weather and everything has just fucking 100% changed. Like overnight.
I mean, it is spring.
I reckon it's lockdown.
I reckon it's lockdown. Yeah. All these people going outside, just taking those sun rays for themselves.
Sucking up all the goddamn air.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. You see the dolphins in fucking Italy?
That was fake. That was fake.
What? That was not
That-
fake, really?
That was fake.
That was fake. It was a picture. It was this thing of this is what Venice is like. It wasn't. It was a picture of somewhere else, and like where the
It was
dolphins
fucking
are there
Orlando.
all the year. It was Orlando. Yeah, it was Florida. Yeah,
Fucking
I'm
Waterworld.
I'm sorry to ruin that one. I tell you what though, by the end of this lockdown, everyone's garden in the UK is gonna be fucking pristine. Now I went make myself a cup of coffee earlier on today, just looking out the kitchen window. I can see maybe 6 or 7 like back gardens from like our window. I would say 5 of them had people doing gardening in them.
Cool.
Like just everyone. That's all the people are going to be doing.
Time to garden. Yeah. What else
so
you gonna do?
it's time to trim your bush. And
We know what Clone's gonna be doing, but
I keep that fucking trimmed quite often, so I'm I'm on that.
a dry cough.
I'm not. Who's got it?
What we're drinking today, by the way?
I
Corona.
am having beer. I have a Brewdog Clockwork Tangerine Citrus Session IPA.
It's a good one, that.
Sessionable
quite like that.
Synchronicity.
Yeah, it's a
And
good one, that.
after I've had that, I also have a Session IPA by Black Isle Brewing Company.
Oh, I quite like those.
That's nice as well.
It's all flavorly stuff.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, that's quite good. That I like the idea of getting beers sent to me.
Yeah, rather than having to go and get the beer, this is kind of the opposite of that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I
isn't it?
like that.
Instead
I like
of
that with
leaving
most
your
things.
house to get beer, they have this thing called delivery, and the beer gets delivered
actually,
to you without.
Funny story about that. Funny story about that. So I ordered it, and they I was expecting for them to either not deliver or they're going to try and pull some bullshit with the deliveries, or there's something that was going to happen. And the amount of times that I've just had like a delivery notice put through, but no actual delivery, right? And then you go downstairs and you're like, well, this says sorry, we missed you, but they didn't press the doorbell, they didn't knock on the door, they didn't do anything.
I've had that a bunch.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, what the heck? So I heard the door flap. What do you call it? The post box called door flap.
The door flap. Yeah.
The door flap. What's it called?
The
Door flap.
letterbox.
Letterbox. That's the one. Hey, he's got it. So I heard the letterbox go. I forgot the word. Look, the point is, I heard that go, and I was like, oh, I knew it was coming. I'm like, oh shit. So I sprint from this chair and I hurl myself into the stairs. I sprint downstairs. I hold the handrails and I do a leap, and I leap 16 stairs at once, and I land perfect like
No,
Superman.
you
Straight,
didn't.
boom. Definitely did 100%. There's not a
No,
lot.
no, you didn't. I do not
maybe-
like
maybe-
this form of embellishment. This is fake news. Fake
maybe
news.
Maybe 8 steps. Okay, maybe 8 steps, right? Maybe not 16. 8 steps.
He lives in a bungalow.
I land.
He lives
Bam,
in
I
a
land down.
bungalow.
I smash on the floor. Boom. I run up to the door. I've got to go and unlock the door. I get the key. I unlock the key because it's locked, obviously. And then
To keep the corona
rip
out.
open the door because I rip out the thing from the thing, and it says, sorry, we missed you. And I'm like, you mother. Like, so I literally tear open the door, and there was a lovely old lady is next door to us. She's delivering another parcel next door, and she's like, oh, sorry, love. Yeah, we're not supposed to have human contacts. That's why I post it. I left it there next year, like on the floor. And I look down, there's just a big box of beer there, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to not cause disease spread. They're not trying to screw me out of my beer. They're just.
It probably said on the fucking leaflet, didn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, it's just on the floor. If you just read.
Yeah. It's like, we're not allowed to touch you. You're not allowed to get anywhere near, you know? And I'm like, fine, excellent, brilliant. So I took it out there and I thought, oh, wait a minute, everything's covered in metal, and the coronavirus lasts 24 hours technically on metal. So I was like, I'm gonna put that outside and just leave it there for a day, not touch it, and then we should be good. But then half an hour later, another different delivery driver turns up, knocks on the door, presses the doorbell. I open it up. He coughs into his arm as he's handing me the parcel. He goes,
oh no.
like, hands me the parcel. And I'm just like, okay, cheers, mate. And I close the door. I immediately walk out to the kitchen. I then undo it, put it away. I put the thing on the floor without, like, somehow not touching it. And I immediately put it in the bin. I immediately washed the shit out of my hands. I'm just like,
I would have like disinfected my entire body.
Yeah.
Just like Just
Boiling
someone
water all over
opening
you.
a door, coughing at you. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, what?
But it was just
God.
the ridiculousness between the two. One of them was like, "Oh, love, don't worry about it. We're not going to do it." And the next person is, "Ah, here you go." So, mm, okay, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but like, you know, when you watch stuff now and everything, and that's just reminding me about the whole coughing into the arm thing or whatever, like that,
Yeah.
and touching. But like, you know, when you watch movies and stuff, like me and them, like, you know, over the weekend we were watching like shows and shit like that and
Yeah.
everything. Like when you see people like shake hands now, like, you
I
know, or
honestly,
whatever, it's just like, ooh.
no, honestly, I think the culture of shaking hands is going to completely go away, or at
Go
least be
now.
heavily stinted by this. This is one of those weird things where like we're not going to want to do it in the future. It might
Mm.
be feel like tradition to go to shake the hand, but I feel like we're instinctively going to go, "Hey, how's it going?" and just not do it.
Do you
It's going to be like
Yeah.
reckon?
Demolition Man.
Yeah, I 100% believe that
I
because
could
there's always
understand it,
something that kills it all off.
but it's this shaking hand is much more than just the symbol of shaking hand. It's like that. There's like this sort of subconscious thing of humans need actual physical contact
Contact
to
to feel
form
it.
relationships. So this is
Yeah.
why like people hugging when they meet each other,
Mm.
or like it's this actual physical thing that people
Yeah,
do
I get that.
to help along forming a
Yeah.
relationship. So yeah,
Not gonna
I
happen.
mean it could
No.
do. I can understand what you mean. Like everyone's a
Mm.
bit so like after a big
Because everyone's a
pandemic.
germaphobe now when you
Mm.
think about it, and it's just like we've all got to a level now where it's just like, okay, we don't want to touch anything. No one wants to touch anyone else, you
No.
know, or anything like that, or
I don't want
shake
to get sick.
hands.
Get away from me.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like at the end of the day, as much as like when this all passes and breezes over and stuff like that, there's still people that's going to have this virus, you know, and it's not going to be 100%
Mhm.
fucking eradicated or anything. Like, you know, people
Mhm.
still going to have it, still going to linger out there. So it's always going to be that one thing of like, don't go shaking everyone's hand.
Pretty much,
It's gonna
yeah.
be the new
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
thing.
I think the things with all of these is like they don't just sort of vanish. It's trying to
Mm,
like well, it's all about the flattening of the curve is why we're in the
Yeah.
situation at the moment.
From what I've
Um,
heard, it's going to be a lockdown for a long time, and then we might have on and off periods. So when the normal flu season picks up in like November time, we'll have 3 months on now, then 3 months off, then 3 months
maybe.
back on lockdown, and so on and so
wait,
on.
were you having 3 months of lockdown then, do you think?
Well, they say 3 weeks, but it's not 3 weeks. It's, I mean,
Yeah,
like
it's not going
Italy's
to be
already
3 weeks.
extended too, or
Yeah,
like I think it's Spain. Either Spain or Italy has already extended too, and they've already done 3. So it's like it's not going to be 3 weeks. 3 weeks is
No.
the review of whether or not
it's
it's
working.
working.
Yeah.
Like, is it hard enough? I honestly think in the next few days we're going to see even more stringent lockdowns because right now
Nothing seems to
the
like. I mean, I went
nothing's
outside
properly locked down. I went to the
and
pharmacy 'cause I had to get medication, and that's like a
yeah.
normal thing. And the hairdressers was open, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
"That's not essential.
hairdressers. So
That's not essential." Like,
Mm,
yeah, they haven't really done it. Like it's very difficult because obviously there's a lot of different hoops that people have to jump through to get the grants
Yep.
and stuff that the government have like put out there, and it doesn't cover everything. So and then people are confused about what's essential work and
yep.
all sorts.
my
And
girlfriend's work's still open. I'm fucking furious about it. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely furious. It's a call center, right? And
Apparently it's deemed essential, isn't it? Yeah.
but it's they're a sales like call center, so they're selling gas and electric, and like
Yeah.
they're fucking
Doesn't make
training
any
people
sense.
up and stuff.
so
And
yeah,
people are
Mhm.
like new staff, right? And these staff are leaving halfway through the day. It's like, why the fuck are you
it's
bothering
it's
right
it's
now? It's a
nuts.
Yeah.
fucking pandemic going off.
I tell you what was an interesting one. Sky TV people. So like someone came into chat saying that they're like a Sky engineer and
Oh yeah.
they've not been called off work. They're still expected to go into people's houses to install
Yeah.
fucking TV boxes.
You
Like
are
Yeah.
ignorant.
hang on. That's like
Well,
so,
one of my viewers is trying to work out. He runs a self-employed business of a heating and electric, plumbing company. Like he does
mhm.
just a whole lot like that kind of thing. He doesn't know whether he should be sending his workers out or not. Like he's shut it down now, but he's like, is he essential? Technically, he is. What if like an NHS worker has a boiler problem? You need it fixed, otherwise they can't do their job. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
house is going to be destroyed.
It's
So it's
but it's very
understandable.
hard. So it's
But
quite a tough one though as well, isn't it? So how do you like To
Yeah,
some
how do you
people,
put it on
what's
right?
like what's essential? To some people, other things are essential. And do you then also make a list of every single possibility? There's like so many like different possibilities, like, and so many jobs. Do they then just make this freaking list of hundreds and hundreds of jobs saying this is allowed, this isn't allowed, this is allowed, this isn't allowed, and it's it's a difficult situation for all involved. Like, this is why some governments have just gone, yeah, everything closes. Like, we're just locking down completely everything. Apparently, California have just passed this thing today that the governor has passed this thing saying they will turn off the power and water to any business they deem necessary, like that shouldn't be open. They'll just go along and like shut the business down straight, like altogether. And it's just like, well, not going to work with no water. But I feel like, how are they going to police that? That in itself is like is crazy. But it's interesting.
I just think everyone, like, you know, obviously, like, the essential people need to be open and stuff like that. Anything to do with health and, like, you know, safety of others and all that kind of shit. But like anyone else, yeah, it needs to be a full lockdown. Everyone needs to stay the fuck inside. Like, go out when essential. You know,
like, what about mechanics? Mechanics need to be open because like MOTs have been suspended for the next 6 months, but
they could be on call though, can't they? I mean, like,
yeah,
excuse me.
true. Skeleton crew, whatever. One person there.
I mean, like, I know one guy. Excuse me.
Oh god.
He's got the coronavirus.
I've got it, guys. Let me just heal myself.
Yeah.
I fight it with the virus.
Yeah.
Now, I know a friend. He owns a vape shop and everything. Obviously, he's had to close
Essential.
down.
What?
Yeah, no, this is not essential. Well,
It's
obviously,
essential.
gotta get your nicotine in there,
What's
boy.
very interesting? No, hang on. They deemed today that off licenses are essential, but vape stores aren't. That
doesn't make sense.
Like, if they're gonna say one's essential, I mean, obviously, like, the British public need their fucking beer, but on the same time, it like, I feel like that's a little bit unfair,
you
isn't
can buy
it?
cigarettes and everything from the off license, but you can't buy, like, obviously, certain branded vapes and all that kind of shit. That's bullshit. That I don't agree with that. But yeah, this is the cool thing he's done now. He's actually doing a delivery service, and him and his friends who run the shop, they're going out around on their dirt bikes, dropping off people's orders.
Bikes.
Yeah, dude. They had one in the fucking shop the other day because I went into, like, the day before they closed up and everything. And I went in and I was just like, I looked over and they had the big old dirt bike. I was like, is that the delivery fucking truck?
I love it.
Fucking
I mean, that's what's been quite cool, is all like the interesting stuff that has come from this. Like, I've seen people delivering drinks packages, like bars who have got, like, you know, like surplus stock. They've gone, we'll make up big pictures of cocktails, like flasks of cocktails, and deliver them to people and stuff like this. And it's like something so they can actually use the stock they've got, because no one, like, when you've got freaking...
I still don't know about food deliveries and, like, the potential to get the virus from that. Like, it's not going to come.
I'm a bit funny
food,
about even
more
touching bags from the supermarket.
Yeah. Like, if you go to this, like, I'm getting all my food online delivered now, because if you go in there, you're touching, like, the shopping basket. Those are never cleaned ever. Like, and you're interacting with people. But even if you're getting delivery from, say, like a takeaway, people could be touching the boxes and stuff along the line. I don't know if you can actually get the infection though from touching something and then touching it yourself. You'd have to touch yourself and then put it on your face somehow onto, like, you know, somewhere. It's like, it's such a
Don't
weird...
you hate it when you touch yourself and then you put it on your face?
This is what I mean. You got to touch yourself, and then suddenly you've got the virus.
Oh no, not again.
Why does the Royal Rumble have to happen again this weekend?
The bloody Royal Rumble.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. We haven't had a takeaway since this whole thing started, just because we're still worried. It's like, I've been outside.
I've been having takeaways and everything all the fucking time. Just like, legit, like, if anything, if I get anything, then I'm suing a company.
Jesus Christ.
Like, well, I lived on McDonald's for a week, so
It's one of those ones. Yeah,
gone now.
it's difficult. I think there's so much like still to like learn about everything. They're very unsure about like how it like no one's 100% certain on how it transmits. Like they're finding out things every day. The sort of like the life of the stuff when it's like, say if someone's coughed onto your pizza box or something like this. Like what's the chances of like someone coughing on your pizza box, then you touching it and then getting it yourself, or it's all a bit, who knows? And obviously the media are very like panicking about it and causing a lot of fear mongering about it all. But on the other end, like it doesn't do any harm to be safe about this stuff, does it? Like especially if like you or you have people that you'll be interacting with that are vulnerable. There's no reason not to be practicing safe, like and like
it's just like how far do you go? That's always the thing. I think it's like, okay, let's make sure I don't get caught up in the hysteria and
I know it's difficult.
The kind of the craziness, you know.
Did you guys hear that interview of that old lady about the coronavirus?
The one from London. The one she was like, "Fucking wash your hands" or something like that.
No. So this lady, she's getting interviewed on the phone on the radio show and everything. And
that one. Yeah, she just denied it all. She was like a freaking anti-vaxxer, but
she's like, oh yeah, it doesn't exist. It's all a load of bollocks, basically. I went out today, went to the shops, dropped some flowers off at the graveyard and everything, and all that. It sounded like very wholesome and shit like that. And then she went over to see my friend. How old's your friend? Oh, she's 78.
It's like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 74. But my husband didn't go out because he had a stroke recently and he's been really ill. So he just stayed at home and I've been out. And it's like, and the guy interviewing her was like, the guy's like, you're so irresponsible. Why are you doing it? And she's like, oh, well, if like, you know, if we're going to get it, we're going to get it. And it doesn't really matter, does it? And
we're
then
old, we've had a good life.
Yeah, that was it. That was the thing. It's like, oh, we're old. We don't mind if we die. That's it, really. And then in the end, he's just like, I've had enough of this. Bye, Chris. And put the phone down on it.
Wow. It'd be funny if they were saying that when they're actually in the hospital. I'd like to see them say that, you know, when they're in the hospital bed with the ventilator shoved down their throat, you know. If I'm honest, like
no, it's fine. It's fine. They need to put those people in their own special ward in the hospital, right? So they're on life support and everything, and they're the special people where it's like they're running out of beds, and they come in and they go, right, okay, we need a bed. Who doesn't give a fuck about pulling the plug today?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Christ. Can you imagine? It's all right. We've all had a good ending.
Well, have you eaten anything good lately?
Any good food? I've had
oh my god!
Slow cooker, and then I've added stuff to the slow cooker.
I'm gonna go and open the window.
Just purely that. No takeaways.
It is very warm. Speaking of which, guess what I got?
What'd you get?
Oh, I got myself an air conditioner on the way.
Oh my god. Have you turned it on yet?
It's on the way.
Sorry.
do you know anything about air conditioners?
No, but I shown it to an Australian person. He went, yes.
Do you know how loud they are?
Oh,
no.
I've heard they are pretty loud. Getting an air conditioning.
Yeah. So
I know
I'm gonna get it.
Go on. You
go on.
You tell your story. Never mind.
No, I've got it. I've got it sorted.
You've got one?
It's coming on Saturday. Yeah.
Holy fuck! Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's know what it's like. What did you get?
Yeah. I found this model that's on Amazon for 400 quid and everything. It's just like it's got the tube that comes out. It's got all the packs, so I can do it around the window and all that kind of shit.
Absolutely.
So, how big's your room?
Well, this is a small fucking room, but apparently this one is made for like fucking offices and shit like that. So yeah,
it'll be cool, but it might be loud. So like, I've got.
Well, I can have it running before I do my stream, can't I? Cool off the fucking room and then
turn it on and off for sessions.
But once you get used to it, you don't want to ever fucking turn that off.
No.
Like you just want that on all the time. You just want you'll just be standing in front of I've looked at getting them each time, and like I'm very tempted. We'll see this year because I'm up in the loft. It gets like it's like a fucking heat box in here because the sun just bakes the roof.
Sure.
Well, there's no fucking. It's only a tiny window in this room, so it's like and I've been in this room for years, and it's like every summer, it's like fucking hell on earth. So
no, let's know what it's like because like I was like a click away from buying one last year.
It's good. I got one.
It's
It's good. It's just the loudness. That's the issue. Is that especially if you go XLR, there's no way to filter out the audio without it just being picked up. So you're going to hear like
is one of yours? Is it that one like that? That's on the fucking wheels kind of thing. Like okay.
It's called Inventor. I can see it in the corner of the room right now.
You can see good old. It depends on what microphone you've got. Some mics pick things up differently. I think like the Shure SM7B is like really good for like getting rid of background noise. You just don't hear it. That's the same as mine.
Technically, with the Procast, it's dynamic. So, but it still picks it up.
Some dynamic mics are like.
Nah, mate.
Different. Nah, mate, they're all the same. It's like fucking straight out of the box. Let's just buy everything from fucking Lidl and it won't matter.
Lidl, man.
£5 fucking dynamic mic, fucking 300 quid. All same sunshine.
No, it's all the same.
Back on it before I did go XLR, you can use something called Reappear to actively like you build a noise profile with it on and you don't say anything and you build like a profile of it and then you then enable it as you're speaking and what it'll do is it will remove the sound waves from it entirely as like live and it works really, really well.
I invented that, mate.
XLR, you have to put everything into one audio source on OBS. So otherwise that means you'll be removing all the audio from anything else that you play, music, games, any other YouTube video you're watching, anything, If you could separate out your audio, which you might be able to do, Clone, you can actually remove it actively from your mic.
I'm sure you can.
I know you can. I can't with the 2 PC setup I got and everything else to do with it. There's a little caveat with what I'm doing, but you might be able to do it. If you can separate everything out on OBS, you're fine. I can hook you up with the Reappear and you can get
yeah, that'd be fucking great. Oh my god.
It actively removes it. It does degrade the voice quality ever so slightly, but not to the point where anyone notice. No one will give a shit.
Depends on what frequency your voice is really, and what the noise background is you're trying to get.
Yeah.
Like get rid of. Like if it's like quite loud and at the same frequency as your vocals. You obviously all it does is cancel out certain frequencies, but it's dead good. All the
I'm just looking forward to being fucking cool and chill and
mate.
fucking.
Just
it's gonna be fucking nice.
No, for one, I'm very tempted to get. Let me know what.
Oh, dude, I remember I bought one of those ones from fucking Argos for £100, right? That I was like, this is gonna solve our summer heat wave.
4-man humidifier, isn't it? And it just has a
fan. My god, you pour the water in the little bucket.
It just blows cold water, doesn't it? It's just like it blows air through the cold water and then back out. Did that not cool your balls?
Turds out, might as well.
Did that not cool your balls?
Dude, I swear to God, right? Like on the fucking this is a little fucking piece of advice to anyone watching or listening, right? When you look at these fucking humidifiers or cooling devices or whatever like that, really look at the pictures because I just blankly I was like, oh yeah, that's it. Look how many vents are on it, from the flaps. Look at the flaps. Never look at the flaps. Look beyond the flaps. Like honestly, like it made it look like the fucking vent part, like where all the air was coming out, was about this fucking fat. It was actually this thick and about that small compared to the whole fucking thing.
A lot of them are just fans. They're not actual conditioners. You need like a proper conditioner.
Awful. It didn't do shit. But yeah. Oh, I've got that actually. If you want it for the summertime, do it for £50. You can pay for postage.
Yeah.
I'll do it for £50.
Do it 50 quid, son. Lovely.
Man's got to eat. Oh my god. But yeah, might as well buy them now though, before summertime. Yeah,
everyone's gonna be buying them.
Is it getting delivered? Like, has it confirmed? Because like I know a lot of Amazon. I don't know whether it's just in the States or not, but
it's April that's starting that, isn't it?
The only delivering essential things, or like they're putting priority on essential things, so like they can send the food and like your toilet rolls and shit like that. That's getting priority over what's the word? Superfluous? Is that the word? You know, you're never mind.
No, I get you. I'm just...
What's the word?
Essentials. I don't know. Redundant. I don't know. Essentials
No.
are getting more priority. That's what you mean to say. Essentials are getting the more.
The pantry's been removed.
Superfluous. That's it. Like it's like unnecessary stuff.
Superfluous.
Superfluous. Yeah.
Superfluous.
Mate, look at that.
Superfluous.
It's
a hard word, okay?
It's a hard word. I'm trying to use some better words. It makes me sound a bit more smart.
I ordered a Chinese game console that is like it emulates NES and SNES games.
What's it
I ordered
called?
that off Amazon. It's got to come next week, unfortunately. I ordered that. Normally it's
That's
next
kind
week.
of cool. That's cool.
So the fact that they do it,
didn't you just fancy building your own on like a spare PC?
Yeah, I could just do it on my current PC.
Yeah, but no, because you want to like attach it next to you.
But I want to like have a little thing where I can be like, yeah, I want to go and sit in the garden.
Oh, is it portable?
Yeah.
Has it got its own like
a Switch
monitor? Oh, I see. That's kind of cool, mate.
But like not as big and cool as a Switch, but it's like, imagine a poor man's Switch.
Yeah.
It's basically that.
I like it.
Oh my God.
Someone built one recently on a computer. Old Defrag built a whole like computer dedicated for emulation. And he's got like all his different old school controllers attached to it and all this, and like he just goes and puts it next to his PC. That's what I
spoke to him about it today. He doesn't play it. It was more fun building than it was actually playing.
He doesn't play it. Yeah, I mean, how often do you want to play games from like the 90s?
Never. When do you have the time? I don't have the time.
Exactly.
I can understand that.
Let alone play some goddamn NES game. But I bought it because I was like,
it's like the going outside freedom, isn't it? It's like, I want to be able to if I want to. Not that I'm actually going to go outside. I just want to be able to.
Yeah. So I'll let you know how it goes. It should be good. But that's coming Monday, and that was the earliest I could get it delivered. And I tried ordering, I wanted to get like a recorder for like a stream thing. Like a little, like a flute.
Like an actual recorder flute, like
like a recorder thing. And the earliest I could get it was April 26th. So some items they're taking like ages, and that's Prime. That's also Prime. That's not like delivered from the third.
That's just like the Amazon stuff.
Yeah,
mate,
so it does seem like they're not restocking anything.
Surely, like recorders are an essential item.
I think they are. If I'm honest. For the school kid. Oh wait. Yeah.
Do you think that's stuff that they don't really have in stock though? And they have to get
it might be stuff that haven't like been restocked for a while, or it might be like like supply chain stuff as in they've got them in their big warehouses but not local dispatch warehouses.
Yeah, and you got to think how many people are like requesting recorders at the moment too.
So they'll just leave them out of the big warehouses until like nearer the time.
Here's the thing. Have you guys been shopping like in person in the last few days?
Yeah, dude, over the weekend. God.
How's the shopping going?
Oh my God, don't, right?
Is it bad?
Right. We don't know where to start. Right. So like the rents, they went out, got some stuff, and they were coming back going, oh, it's fucking hell and everything like that. I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't wait for the weekend. So me and the missus, we went out and everything, and I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we went out, went into the shop and everything. We went into, oh God, where did we go? Oh, went into all these other shops, but dude, fucking B&M. Oh my God.
B&M?
B&M, right? Fucking B&M bargains.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah. Fucking hell. There's a 6 foot, like spacing thing, right?
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah. Well, everyone's shoulder to shoulder in there. I'm like this. I'm like fucking
get the garlic. Get the buddy,
I'm sorry. I had this woman that looked like she had the body shape of a fucking ant, like all sectioned off and everything because of her tight fucking weird clothes. Look at me funny, right? Like like that, I'm
Were
sure
you
that's
wearing the
because of her
mask?
face.
Were you wearing the
But
mask?
that's beside the fucking point.
Beside the point. You were
Don't be a dick.
wearing the mask and the headset, you know?
It's fake.
With that
I don't
shirt on.
understand how that's relevant.
It was the shirt, wasn't it? It was the
Yeah.
shirt. That's what.
I was
that's
wearing
what
the
happened.
shirt, dickhead, but
You
that's
were
not
wearing
relevant.
that shirt.
It's
That
not
is
relevant.
definitely relevant to the
Nothing's
story.
relevant.
That is
right.
why she was like,
Wait,
"Oh, why has
not
this got a
relevant.
schoolboy shirt on in the body of a 30-year-old?"
I fucking hate you, man. But no, like, fucking, she gave me that look. I was just like, you know what? And Emily, bless her heart, she misses fucking everything. And shit like this happens. I just turned to her. She's got her back to me. I'm like, fuck, I need someone there to give a second look. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I look back, and her fucking son or whatever is fucking there and giving me the fucking stink eye.
The son's going, "I've got a shirt just like that."
That fuck off, you fucking squeaky shithead.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Okay, I've got an alternative story.
Yep.
I went
Oh my
shopping
God.
last night.
Yep.
There was
Good.
nobody in the shop. Prime time,
Yep.
just after work,
And how
5:30,
was the
6:00.
stock?
There was literally, in a big supermarket, 10 people there, if that.
Mhm.
Stock-wise, better, but still obviously affected.
Yeah.
You could get stuff. Some of the meats were gone. You couldn't get any chicken.
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't get any
That's a
toilet
foul.
roll. But you could get beer. So all the beer had come back in stock. Couldn't get hand sanitizer, no pasta, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah.
But it was a very pleasant experience. I've never been in the supermarket and it be
That dead.
that dead. Yeah.
She go at nighttime, like about fucking 11 o'clock at night, whatever. At Tesco. Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess
So good. You might as well put your rollerblades on. Just fucking go ham. Like, just ask them to drop the disco ball. They've got one in every
We used to
Tesco.
go little walk around the block, and we go into Tesco and see if they have any reduced stuff. That used to be our little thing, at home. Now we're like, no, we can't do that. Well, you can, but it's like every time you do it, it's like you're not really shopping for essentials. So it's like, well,
Have they got the police and fucking shit like outside your Tesco's and everything?
probably not mine because it's quite small. But
Yeah,
I
they've
imagine
got them over
bigger
here.
town ones.
Doing
Maybe.
what?
Just standing guard, like letting so many people in.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that what's
basically
doing?
everyone out.
I guess it's interesting. I like because
I
I live
saw
in like a little town
Yeah.
at the moment. There's no like our police presence is so small in this town. Anyways, literally, like they closed down the.
You can get away with anything.
You can get away with anything here.
Shit on hedgehogs over here. No one will find you.
They closed down the local the police station, and there's like only one like a while away now. Like, so there's nothing going on. There's no way that they can police going out more than, if you wanted to go out twice for 2 runs, there's nothing they could do.
Do that, yeah. It's more the threat of it than the actual action.
Boris is gonna come after you on his bicycle.
Stop
running!
Stop it!
Stop
You've
it,
been
you
told.
bastard! As he says, spitting into his Guinness.
That'll be Boris on his little bike. Oh, you stop it.
I went to the old local pharmacy. I had to pick up some meds. That was straight the morning after the lockdown. I was like, I've got to go out. I phoned them up 10 times, no answer, or I'll phone it up. The phone will just keep ringing for 3 minutes, nothing. Just didn't answer. I'm like, I have to go there. And they're supposed to deliver it. Like, they deliver it every month. We do it every month, without fail. So I go there.
And they hadn't delivered it. Is that why?
They hadn't delivered it. Yeah, it was supposed to be within 7 days, and it's been 10 days. So I was like, well,
that's quite
we're
bad.
almost out of meds.
If you're expecting it,
yeah,
that's like really bad.
So I went up there, and they weren't that busy, but they had tape on the floor to like show how far away you should be standing in the queue. There was a few people waiting over on the right, but then there was no one in the queue. I walk straight in there. I walk up to the person, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, what do you want?" Okay, I'll tell you. I want my medication. I'm like, okay, when did you order it? So normally they say, "What's the name?" I tell them the name, and then they go, "Okay, we'll go and check." She asked me, she's like, "Okay, when did you order it? How many items did you order? What's the address of the order?" And like, and what's it for? And I'm like, there's a lot of questions going on right now. like you could speed this up if you just took the name and just went around the back and look at the notes that you got there, right? Just do that.
The actual fucking note.
So I gave her everything. She walks away, and I stand there and I wait about a minute, and I'm like, well, okay, well, this should be dead easy, really. It should be a few seconds because there's not that many people there, not much really going on. And some guy walks in. I'm like, okay, coming through the door, brilliant, fantastic. So I stand out of the way of the counter. He walks right up to me, like next to me, and I'm like, get away from me. So he so I do 2 steps to the right, and I leave him, and he speaks to the person. He goes, she starts talking to the person. I don't know what he wants. I think it's another prescription. Another guy walks in, and he stands 2 tape lines behind that person. All right. The guy turns around and he goes, all right, mate, don't worry, I haven't got it. He did like that kind of like weird kind of creepy. I think I had it last week. And I was just like, get me the fuck out of here.
I think I had it last week.
What do you mean? You think you had it last week?
Oh my god!
What do you fucking mean? Are you serious? You go into a pharmacy of people and you think you had the nation's pandemic virus last week? For fuck's sake!
I love people that have been saying, "Oh, I think I've already had it."
Yeah, I think I already had it.
Already had it. It's fine.
I already had it, and so did my wife.
Yeah. And I turn around and the woman's there and she goes, hi, I've got your medication. What's the name and address again? And I'm like, I just told you.
Oh, don't.
I'm like, okay, yada. Okay, cheers, thanks. Got out of there quick. So I think I'm okay. I think I'm all right. You know?
All the biggest thing I think this has done is it's shown that how many actual like knobheads there are out there. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't come as that much of a surprise. We already know this, but it definitely has highlighted it. Like, it's incredible. The other thing that's been quite interesting is the actual, it's like the fascination that this thing of like, anyone who's rich is now suddenly like freaking really disliked and disregarded. And it's definitely put this sort of class thing into perspective for a lot of people, as in like the key workers in this fucking like climate that we've got are like, you know, NHS workers, people who are stacking shelves and keeping the like supermarkets done. These are the actual important people. And then you've got all the streamers that have to entertain. But then no one's like, all the freaking, you know, CEOs and rich people, everyone's freaking like hating on them now. It's like you go on to like every freaking form of media and it's like all these rich people are freaking Bellends. And you hope like this will continue afterwards. like the whole Weatherspoons thing. Have you seen the Weatherspoons thing?
Oh my god, that guy's an absolute prick.
So is his name
Tim Martin? Direct.
Tim Martin or something like that. So basically, last weekend he came out, was like, oh yeah, you can't shut the pubs. Like, you're not going to catch the disease by coming to one of our. You can't shut the pubs. You're not going to catch the disease coming to one of our pubs. Our pubs are Weatherspoons. Like, you know, you get some beer in you. Like, come on, we're British. We'll fight it off with a beer down us. Anyways, come out with that, and then like the government was like, nah, you have to close your fucking pubs, mate. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, okay, shit. And then he's come out after like after all this of the whole, like, he doesn't want to do it. And like half of the stuff he was saying about when like he doesn't want to shut the pubs is like he pays so like they make so much money. Weatherspoons turns over like hundreds and hundreds of millions of pounds. It's incredible the amount of money. Apparently they paid like it's something like 1/12 of all tax to the UK or something crazy like that. Really? They pay like crazy amounts of tax, and he was using this as a thing of, if you close down Weatherspoons, we can't pay all this tax, and we keep the country running. All this shit. So like, but like obviously they make mega money, but it come out of this thing of yeah, they're not going to pay any of their employers and stuff like that. So anyone who's like not done, they're not paying any of their staff until they start getting the money through from the government, which could be like end of April, May time. And he's like, in the meantime, you guys just have to deal with it. Anyone who's earned a bonus or is eligible for a bonus, like through, because they do obviously like bonuses as in they hit like target driven bonuses, so like, you know, set like upsell and we'll give you a bonus. Anyone who's already met them won't be getting it anymore. They've cut all those bonuses, so people who've worked dead hard for things and hit these targets aren't getting those bonuses. Yeah, sure. They're not going to be paying anyone, like they're paying their wages up until the point they closed last Friday and not a minute afterwards. And then they'll start giving some money back at the end of like April when if people are still working for them at that point. And he come out with saying, all my employees, well, like they asked like, well, what do you want to do for the time? Like what are your staff meant to do? He's like, oh well, I heard like Tesco's are hiring. Go and start stacking shelves in Tesco's. Who was his fucking answer? He's such a bellend. No. He's such a bellend. So hopefully this will mean that people boycott Weatherspoons, but they won't. They won't at the end of this, because what's more important to people, getting a cheap beer or like morals and principles?
Yeah, beer, mate.
I don't know, these millennials, you know.
Yeah, but the millennials, these millennials.
I need my beer. What are you gonna?
Saying that, Guinness.
Cheaper to drink at home anyway. I mean, who goes out drinking anymore? I mean, like, fucking hell.
I mean, who goes out anymore?
Yeah, fucking.
I mean, fucking hell, lockdown? Yeah. Fucking hell.
More like normal Friday.
More like lock in.
Oh. Right. Have you got anything that's not Corona related we can talk to? Talk about?
No, we haven't got anything Corona. How?
I got Disney Plus.
Yes, Disney Plus. And you've been watching the show. Okay, hold on. Disney Plus. Hang on. How is Disney Plus? What is it?
I'm out for a bit.
You're out for a bit.
Mate, do you not like Disney films?
Are you not a Disney guy?
I've seen them all.
They've got The Simpsons. They've got Simpsons. 30 years of Simpsons on there.
Does you have all the Simpsons? That's actually pretty good. I didn't know
30 years of Simpsons.
30 years of Simpsons.
What are you doing?
Mate,
what are you honestly doing?
I'm sorry. It's not another episode of fucking... I don't know what you like.
What do you watch, Clone?
What do you watch, Clone? Go on. What's the last thing you watched?
Let's
ruining my story. Watched, come on. I bet it was shit. And I bet you had a McDonald's at the same time. In your stupid
Gordon Ramsay.
You watched Gordon Ramsay is what you've been watching. Gordon Ramsay what?
I watched Impractical Jokers. How about that?
Oh, that's shit. It's the worst.
I stick it on when I have something to eat sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Like, recommended. I'm like,
yeah, whatever. Go and watch it.
Cringe now. No shit, right? I can't watch that show without cringing now, because they go up and they eat people's food or dip their fries in other people's food. It's like fucking Corona.
No, you can't do it.
Corona. Oh no. But no. I just can't do. I've seen all the Disney things, and it's just like, why do you need another service to pay for? Look at you guys wanting.
You know what there
Disney
needs to
Plus.
be? You know what there needs to be? There needs to be one big company that amalgamates all of the different services into one easy monthly package.
That's
maybe they should call it something like, I don't know, cable, or maybe I don't know. If you were to combine it all, maybe. Sky?
If that was Sky, I would fucking jizz everywhere. Sky's crap. Like fucking Sky, Amazon, and Netflix, they all have like a few good things, and then like everything is just filled with shit. It's like, oh.
But don't you love Amazon Instant, Twitch Prime? Don't you love the new Hunters TV show?
I didn't like Hunters.
Don't you love Jack Bryan? Don't you?
So anyways, I got this. I'm just going to make him really small on the screen. Hang on. He can just go down here. Look, he's just really small on the screen there. And while we tell our story. So,
Tiger King. Get into it.
No. Tiger King's something different. No? Different thing altogether. That's really good. I got
What is this then?
Disney last night, and I was like, "Oh, we'll give it a watch." Like, I was going to watch one of the Star Wars films, and I put it on, the Han Solo film. I was like, "Oh, I don't like. I can't remember seeing this. I think I watched like the Solo film on, like, do you know, like on the plane on a like a long haul flight or something like this. So, like, I've got like bits of it in my head.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I'm like, why is the Disney? It's got the black bars at the top and the bottom, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
something about like the aspect ratio is a bit weird.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got it into my head that everything I've seen lately doesn't have the black bars in it, and I was furious, and I'm like, yeah, definitely not. To the point of I went on Reddit, made a big long post going, why the fuck, I didn't swear, but why is Disney Plus, I've just got this service and got these stupid black bars on the TV and all this stuff, and then I woke up today and I was like, I was like, I'll try Netflix, and they have the black bars on it and everything as well. So I kind of made a fool of myself with this.
Well,
like,
it's the aspect ratio of the film.
No, I understand it's about the aspect ratio, but I was like, I just couldn't remember seeing these stupid black bars.
No, because they probably just
on any other films I've watched
on the airplane. No, yeah.
But then I went and looked like all films have them.
69. Most things now are shot for 16:9, and they're shot for TVs because it's supposed to be watched on Netflix straight to DVD, that kind of thing. Whereas if it's meant for a cinema and you'll get like Quentin Tarantino will shoot it in 2x4 million by 1, it's just this thin line that's going across the fucking screen.
Yeah. So anyways, that was my Disney Plus. But there's a lot of good films on it. There's like, you know, like all the Star Wars stuff, all the Marvel stuff.
Trash.
I mean, if you know, highest
what is your
grossing
opinion,
films of. He's not in this conversation.
He's not. No, he'll elbow me in the eye in a minute. But what are you? So old. Sorry, I'm watching it. The what is your opinion, Clone, on Marvel and or Star Wars? Because I can sense a non-liking tone from that.
I used to love them, but it's like, you know, when you eat fucking chicken nuggets your whole life.
Right. Yeah. No, I've never known that because I've never eaten chicken nuggets my whole life. But
no one would want that.
Yeah.
So why do I want more Star Wars?
A bit saturated, do you think? A little bit.
I just feel like it's just
too much of a good thing.
Yeah, of course.
I think they definitely played out the superhero movie stuff a lot.
What is a genre of film that you'd like to see that you haven't seen in a while there, Clone? What would you like to see instead?
Give us something good for this conversation, Clone.
Yeah.
Instead of just fucking shitting on everything.
Related. Something that's like Contagion and Pandemic, but not Contagion.
Something fucking original, you know? I want something fucking original.
Right, I see.
Like, you know, like just something new. Horror and fucking adventure, anything. Just something that's not just churned out, like just repeated, like regurgitated shit. That's all
I
it
hear
is.
they're coming out with Jumanji 3 or something.
Oh, that's not fucking.
Was it you that seen Jumanji last week? Someone was
haven't seen
Jumanji.
I saw the new Jumanji. It's shit.
Was it good? What?
With Danny DeVito, it was all right.
I'm joking. It's just boring. It's literally right. It's so
You're
hard
so hard to please. You know this.
Yeah.
You're such
I am
a fussy bastard.
The Corona.
I watched something recently though. I can't fucking remember, and I was freaking out about it because I was just like, "Holy shit, this is so fucking good and original." I was just
it's so good. It stuck in your mind, didn't it?
It was so original. You forgot it.
It's so original. The other thing I've been watching is Tiger Blood. No, not Tiger Blood. Right, Tiger King. Now, this is a real life story. This is a limited series documentary on Netflix, and I would 100% recommend it. I have never seen people more crazy than the loads of people who are on this show.
Oh yeah.
Generally, what it's about is these people who
gonna tell you, Carl.
I'm gonna tell you if you get to it.
So like genuinely in the extension, I'm like, what the fuck is it about? what are you talking about?
So
it's called Tiger Punch. What are you?
Tiger Punch. So you know, there's like all these big like big cat people. They really like, it's all about these like people who like love tigers and love like lions. And in America, this was a massive thing. Apparently, in America, there was more tigers in captivity than there are in the wild because people just had them as pets. So many people have got these fucking tigers as pets. Now, the show is about this person called Joe Tiger King. Joe Erotic is his name. Oh no, not erotic, exotic. Maybe it's exotic.
Is exactly.
Or is it
when
erotic?
I hear Joe Erotic, I see CloneKorp. That's the problem.
Pretty much.
I hear Joe Erotic,
I think it's exotic, but he is this cowboy, and he's like, so it's weird. What's his tagline? He is the meanest, gay cowboy, gun-loving tiger man around. Like it blows your mind, honestly. It's Clone. So anyways, he's got this like roadside zoo where he's just like, honestly, like it's really bad. If like, obviously if you care about like, you know, animal welfare and stuff like this, like it is really fucking shocking the shit that they do in these places. But you watch it from the point of view of like, this is fucking crazy. And there's loads of these around the country. And like one of them's like a cult. One of them, like one of these guys, like he rides around on an elephant. He's got 3 wives, and everyone he hires on his ranch is like an 18-year-old girl. It's like, and like they join this cult of like fucking cat worshippers. Like this show, it blows my mind every episode. So it's sort of showing you like these different places, but the overriding story is this feud between this Joe and someone else who is also a like a tiger person, but has a it's like, but does it as a rescue standpoint. And why are we making faces?
Because Clone's like what, and I'm just he's like,
am I speaking too fast for you, Clone?
I mean,
I like that little curl on your head.
It would look pretty good. You carry on, please.
So apparently, like there's like this other side of it who's like runs this cat rescue, and she's like fighting against the people who run the zoos because she's like from the animal rights perspective, but she's like really crazy herself, and like she has her own like hustle going on where she rescues these cats and then makes people pay to come and like see them and stuff like this. So this goes on. And then apparently, like I've not got this far in the episode, but like the Netflix, the starting episode, you find out it's like apparently like one of this Joe guy paid someone to kill this woman, and it's like this murder mystery thing the whole way through. But
with a tiger.
But with all it honestly, it's fucking watch it. It's the nuttiest thing I've seen. It blows your mind of like these people are fucking out of this world. Like and it's just like the stuff each episode. I'm like, this cannot be real. This like real.
Yeah.
Have you seen Making a Murderer or Making the Murder? Like that's another Netflix document.
100%.
It's a bit like that. It feels like that when you're watching it, but it's about these tiger people, and like honestly, like at every episode, I'm just like, this is fucking nuts.
Why are you laughing?
Tiger people. Tiger the cats. Well, that one dude who tried to turn himself into a cat.
Oh my! This isn't bloody. This isn't Tusk. What are you talking about?
Oh God, don't.
I honestly, I think Joe Erotic, and I definitely think Clone is the kind of guy that would hire a tiger to do something for him. You know?
Oh, dude, be my butler.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having a tiger as a butler? Get more fucking tie.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Another Netflix. Okay, good. I'll have to check it out. I think I may have seen the trailer and we skimmed past it, and I just went, "What the fuck is that?"
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be good.
Seconds and went, no.
It is. It's fucking crazy. It's immense. Like how just stupid like this whole thing, and like at one point, they're talking about the freaking woman who's apparently fed one of her husbands to all tigers and this big mystery, and like there's all sorts going on. It's not.
That's the
It's
mystery.
great.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. It's.
Um,
I remember seeing a Louis Theroux documentary about the old tigers and the captivity and all that kind of stuff. Long time ago.
what
was
did
pretty.
you learn
It was
from
pretty
that?
intense.
I love his
The people that do
documentary.
that are kind of pretty crazy. As I said, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty intense.
It's nuts. Yeah, 100%. I loved it.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. Purely for the guy who rides around on an elephant.
Yeah.
Also, like, but the big thing is, like, these are all multi-millionaire businesses, like multi-million pound, like dollar industry. The amount of money that these places are turning over, it's incredible. They're making millions and millions and millions.
The thing is, everyone thinks of business ideas that sell to essentially people who don't have much money to spend and they want to try and keep the cost down. Whereas if you actually design a business around people who have a lot of money and they want to buy a product that actually costs a lot more and might be more exotic, but they're willing to just spend as much as they want on it, they don't really care. It's a completely different market. And yeah, there's so many weird markets like that just have these insane, outlandish.
One of these guys takes his tiger cubs. This is really bad. Obviously, this is fucking. I don't condone this whatsoever. Yeah. But this is what he does. He goes to Vegas with his tiger cubs, little kittens. Yeah. Takes them up into his hotel room. Goes and tell all the girls who are partying in Vegas, I've got some tiger cubs in my hotel room. And then him and his swinger missus get them up to pet the kittens. And then they pet the kittens. And they've just got millions of people signing up for this. He's like this playboy guy who just like, it works. Like, it's insane. That'll be Clone.
Yeah, that'll be Clone. Yeah.
Hey, girls, do you want to come and pet my little tiger cubs?
Hey, streamers.
Dude, I'm looking right now how to fucking order one.
Order a tiger.
I order one?
Mate, it's in lockdown. You're not going to be able to order a tiger.
He said $2,000 to buy a tiger.
Is that it?
I found one for $1,200.
You just found one for $1,200?
Yeah, so he got fucking robbed.
Oh, Rodney's got one. Oh,
Rodney? Rodders? How much for this?
You're throwing a month's worth of food as well, mate. Don't worry about it.
Oh, my God.
You're a bit cheap. Why? Missed a few toes, maybe a leg.
Yeah, maybe a leg. It means well, though.
Yeah, it means well.
It's so bad.
Got one eye missing. Fucking loppy face, but
Great specimen. Lovely.
Great specimen.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So that's my week.
That's what you've been watching. But obviously, Clone hasn't been doing anything,
Oh, I mean, I've been complaining a lot.
He has been. You have been complaining a lot.
I've seen so much complaining. Why are you complaining so much, mate?
What's there to even complain about at this point? It's lockdown. There's not much you could be doing.
I'm trying to find new joys in life, and I feel like complaining really does. It's just doing something for me.
It does feel good.
Like, last night I went on a Omegle with a few friends, and I was just shouting at kids, and it just gave me such a fucking rush afterwards. It was just like, oh my God.
Did you do this on stream?
No, I didn't.
I was going to say,
oh my God, do you want to fucking hear something funny about this? And this is no fucking joke. This is so weird what happened last night.
Apparently. Yeah, no joke.
This is serious, right? So I was in Discord last night, and I was with a few people, and I was like, look, just finished stream. Let's have a fuck around. Let's go on Omegle. I'll share my screen. I'll do my fucking camera, Omegle, whatever.
I like it. I didn't want to say anything, but I like him calling it Omegle.
That's bullshit. Omegle.
I like using Omegle.
You've always got something to fucking point out.
It's like saying, I want to have beer. I want to put beer. I've been drinking some beer recently. It's really good.
I need another beer.
You some beer.
It's beer. Shit.
Oh my fucking God. Anyway, we go on there. And I just put Twitch in, as the thing, like the in common topic. Yeah. And we were there just like they could see what I was doing. They couldn't fucking the people couldn't hear people in my call or anything like that and shit, but they were fucking dying. And we were just trolling, having a laugh and all that kind of stuff. And then I look away and I look back, and then all of a sudden I see this girl there with this guy. I'm like, wait a minute, Minx? It was my fucking friend Minx, who's another fucking streamer. I think she just hit 50K on Twitter or some shit like that. Recording a 50K fucking Omegle video, Omegle video. But yeah, no, like I fucking randomly bumped into her on there last night, and it was just like, what? What the fucking chances?
You went to
My
find
God.
her, really, didn't you? You were
Oh
like,
yeah, massive.
oh, I'm gonna go and find her. I know she's there. I'm gonna find her.
Yeah.
I am a bit of a stalker. But I do it
Isn't
with
like
style.
Omegle just full of like fucking sex pests and like weird shit?
Funnily enough, we didn't see any penises last night, which is, I mean, that's because we just had Twitch on. But the amount of people that would just say, "Are you a YouTuber? Are you a Twitch streamer?" And I'll just be like, "No, God, give me a link." I'll be like, "Yeah, sure. My link is twitch.tv," and then I'll just fucking escape out the fucking call.
Twitch.tv/CarvemUp. No wonder we get so many trolls.
I should have I'll do that next time, dude.
You don't know the man I spoke to on Omegle.
Remember me from Omegle? It's Omegle, you pleb.
It's a
Oh shit!
That's
Jesus
quite
Fuck
funny.
my God. Yeah, no, like we had a laugh with that last night. There are some interesting types. Like we bumped into like, was it 4 guys that are like recording their own podcast while fucking on a Omegle? It's like
live. That's weird.
What?
Do you think we should do that?
We should do that. Yeah, just interview someone jacking off. So what do you think of this whole Corona situation?
Well, it's just that'll just be like on a normal podcast, won't it?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Oh God, I don't know.
Have you got anything coming up for the rest of the week?
I mean, I was planning on go. Oh no, yeah, can't. No. No, it's all. I've been playing a lot of Doom Eternal, to be honest, recently. That's been a really good game I've been playing. I'm gonna finish that tomorrow. That's been good. And there's Resident Evil 3 coming out really, really soon, which is gonna be fan-dabby-tastic. Doom Eternal is very, very cool. I don't really think about it actually talking about that. It's been good. It's exactly like, yeah. Look at that. Look, he's got the thing. Look at it. He's got the thing.
I got the thing.
He's got the thing. Did you buy the Extreme Enhanced Edition? Or was that an old one? What is that?
Yeah, I got the Extreme Enhanced Edition.
Jesus Christ. You can stealth CT. He set himself on fire whilst wearing that, and he played the game. You're just sitting there with it on. What a waste of space.
He set himself on fire.
Yeah.
Good man.
It's very smart.
What? I'm actually impressed with this, though. It actually fits the head.
Yeah, and you can see through it, right? You can actually read the screen. Jesus Christ. Actually read the screen. No, it's pretty cool. But the gameplay is actually really, really fun. It's 100% improvement on the first one, and obviously the new remake. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. It's good. And yeah, definitely gonna be playing it. But that's obviously tomorrow, and then it's back to Tarkov for a bit, and then it's be Resident Evil 3 soon. Old Clone will be playing that, won't you, mate?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna be all over that.
Have you played the demo yet? Play the demo.
Yes, I have played the demo. I've not touched the multiplayer thing. I think we should do something special for that. I think we should do because like you can do the whole game master thing, like where there's 4 or 5 people, whatever, trying to get from A to B. And then one person's like, instead of it just being like, one person's the monster or whatever, like that they've done a lot of, one person's actually the game master. So they can fucking throw down like hordes of zombies or Mr. X or Nemesis or whatever like that. So I really want to fucking do that on stream.
Super cool. I didn't even know this had like
it's been
like
in.
A multiplayer or anything like this. That's super cool. I like
the
idea of that.
I'm all over that. So I mean, if I'm like they've got the game master thing, I feel like with games like I feel like games need to do this more, like a little feature for multiplayer, because I feel like because I don't really play games on my stream, but with stuff like this, it would be good to have the people that bought that game. Yeah. And then I can just commentate and fuck with people.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually like super cool.
When like Nemesis actually turns up, that is the most hilarious thing ever. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
You just like compared to the other person, you're like, oh, okay, well, Nemesis there. Oh, okay, it's gonna be crazy. Obviously, he's a bit scary, isn't he? And then he sprints it, and you're like, oh shit, like screaming.
Dude, I'm a bit annoyed about how they made him look, to be honest.
Yeah, I know what you mean by the whole like he looks like he's got some sort of weird anime like ripped man aesthetic with the whole waist the size of a pencil, and then also like
I'm not bothered about that. It's the face.
Yeah, he's
face-
got a bit of the
what?
long face. He looks like a horse, doesn't he? A
Yeah, they
distended
kind of
horse.
like legit. All it's missing is like the bottom part of his like mouth, like because
Yeah.
like he had a bottom lip.
I wonder if he's gonna get more like screwed up though.
Yeah, he will because he has
Yeah.
like 4 forms or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. Like he has his fucking ripped shirt form.
Well, I imagine like I don't know if his face is gonna get more and more crazy and messed up
Yeah,
and stuff as
yeah,
well. I mean, obviously
yeah,
they've been doing that with so much other stuff, but apparently it's quite a short game, same as the other previous Resident Evil 3. It was like it's gonna be 4 or 5 hours compared to Resident Evil 2, which is like maybe 6, 7, 8 hours.
yeah. I mean, that's why you got the multiplayer, and plus is where you're gonna have
Yeah.
mercenaries mode in there. You're gonna have like fucking wanting to go through the game multiple times.
Oh
to
yeah, I'm
unlock
not saying
shit,
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'm literally saying it's like it's just.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be short. Yeah.
100% worth it. It looks amazing.
I can't wait. To be honest, Resident Evil
Yeah.
3 was actually my favorite out of all the Resident Evils. I thought that was the best
Yeah.
fucking campaign and everything. Plus Nemesis was fucking titties.
It was good.
Wow,
Okay.
yeah.
I
That's
don't think
good.
I played that.
I'm gonna play it again on my new little Chinese pocket.
Are you really
thing,
though?
You know? It's on PS1. I'll play it. I played it on stream. About a year ago. I'll play it. I'll play it on my little thing. I won't play it. Probably won't play it. Not gonna play it. But I might think about playing it.
You've
And
got the
that is what
option to
counts.
play it. That's what matters.
I've got the option to play it. Yeah. Have a beer.
Yeah.
Play a bit of Super
That's
Mario
cool.
Yoshi's Island. Yeah.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Fellas.
Right. Shall we end it here?
Yeah.
Cut
Can
it.
do. I'm fed up of
Cut.
just looking at Clone and his little schoolboy shirt.
It's very
His face.
fussy, mate.
His face is just like, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Fucking I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what?
No,
I'm gonna
no,
come over
no.
to your house. I'm gonna touch everything.
Oof. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
usually have to pay
yeah.
for that sort of service.
How you guys did for toilet paper? You all right?
I've been just spitting on my hand.
Yeah.
Not
just-
wiping. Spitting
Not
on your hand.
wiping. I just
Well, we
spit
don't
on
have
my
a
hand and
we
then
don't have a
walk away.
bidet.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Well, everyone, thanks you for listening to
Yeah, thanks for
the Absolute Bellend
mm,
show today. It's been great. It's been a little bit Corona heavy, but I
Yeah,
don't think
of course.
we can help that.
my favourite. To be honest.
We'll be back next week with hopefully less Corona related.
No,
news, but
more
who knows?
Corona.
Maybe
more.
maybe next week, like everything will have fucking kicked off.
Could be the Stella virus.
Yeah.
The Stella
No, actually, what
virus.
I've been wondering, it's a complete random topic. What I've been wondering is if there's this whole coronavirus going, what if there's going to be another disease at the same time?
And we're all too busy
How
looking at
insane
this
that-
one
we're all
disease.
like, oh, corona, we're all checking for corona, and there could be some proper nasty shit as well.
AIDS too.
Everyone can get the
Mm.
calves. Oh, you got the calves. You got a
He's got the
nasty
calves
case of the
syndrome.
calves. Oh, not the
Carve virus,
calves.
the C virus. Like the T virus, but the C virus.
The C virus. Isn't that
What's
just
a virus?
For you, mate, it is, yeah, you know.
Oh, this bastard right here. I swear to God. Can we end this already?
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
please do hit the like button, do the
Yeah.
shit, and share
Follow
it with
CloneKorp.
everyone. Tell your friends to listen to it because we haven't got any friends after.
Yeah, we
starting
don't
this
have anyone.
show.
Yeah.
We're like,
Obviously,
oh,
we're all word of mouth at the
Not-
moment. The internet's down,
not-
so
Not fucking these guys.
yeah.
We'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Yep. See you later.
Say thank you,
Say
Clone.
Thank
Clone,
you,
Clone's
Corp.
not even fucking caring. He's just like,
Clone.
is it over yet? Is it
I
over
think he's
yet?
got the
Look
corona,
at
I'm
him.
telling
Is
you.
it, look at how
Nah.
big he is. Look at how
Look.
big he is. Is it over? Look, he's
Yeah.
down here. I'm
Yeah.
going to keep him really
Yeah.
small from now on. Right, bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Why am I so small?